Welcome back. I hope you've been keeping well. The timestamps, as always, are in the description box. Let's get right to it. Story number 1. Opie writes, I'm tired of people pitying me for dating an autistic man. They act like I'm doing a charitable thing by dating my boyfriend. It gets so tiring to constantly have the same conversation over and over again, telling people to stop treating him like he is helpless. I met my boyfriend 3 years ago in our first college class, and from the moment I met him, I could not stop thinking about him. The past 3 years have been life-changing for me. I have never met anyone who I loved more and who treats me with so much love. I could listen to him talk about his special interests for hours and never get tired of it. The moment people find out he's autistic, their whole perception of him and of us as a relationship completely changes. Him being autistic means he has different habits than neurotypical people, but they go from treating him like an adult to a child. It's so infuriating. So I just wanted to pour my heart out about how much I love him with no repercussions. His special interest is music and art. And before meeting him, I never cared about music. I listened to it like everyone else, but I wasn't someone who delved deep into music. Since meeting him, I have had a new passion for music and its meaning. He's shown me millions of artists I'd never find myself. I can't describe the feeling, but watching his eyes and face light up when I talk to him about music or art is just a feeling I'll never be able to replicate with someone else. I feel the same about his stems as well. I just enjoy how expressive he is, especially when he's happy. It has made me feel like others are just not expressive enough. Also, 6 months after we started dating, he developed stems like drumming on my shoulders and rubbing his hands up and down on my arms or any exposed skin. He doesn't realize he does it. It always makes me feel fuzzy inside. It just makes me feel close and loved by him. It feels like he's just this big bundle of bright colors in such a crappy world. He is also truthful. I think now more than ever, it is so hard to find a partner, especially as young as we are with communication skills. If I ask him something, he tells me the truth. It makes disagreements so much easier and keeps our relationship healthy. I could write for hours about the love he brings to my life, but I have to stop here because I have to leave the house in a couple of minutes. Thanks for listening, strangers. We'll get an update from Opie soon, but first, let's get a comment with a reply from Opie. Me and my wife are also, and our daughter. We tell her it's a superpower that can make life a little extra tricky sometimes, but you can learn how to deal with those. People legit think it means you're a drooling, brain-damaged animal. It gets old explaining that no, we have successful careers, lots of friends and family, very happy and healthy, capable of stimulating discussion, etc. LOL. Opie replies, I agree. He has a bachelor's in physics going into his master's and a very high-paying job. And people will still treat him like he's a helpless child that doesn't know anything. But honestly, even if he didn't have those things, it shouldn't matter. It feels like he, and other autistic people, have to go 5 times as hard to be taken half as seriously by neurotypicals. And here's OP's update 3 weeks later. Hello all! I never thought I would ever post again on this account, because I didn't really think I had much else to add. All your comments have warmed my heart. Also the comments that said they hope someone will love them. I promise you someone will give you the love you deserve. And I thought maybe a few of you would be interested in this update, because I'm so happy I could cry, and I have cried. A lot, LOL. We are engaged. Every year since the start of our relationship, we take a weekend before Thanksgiving where we go away somewhere for a weekend and just enjoy the peace of it all before the holiday craziness. We both have big families, so the holidays tend to be stressful for us. This past weekend, he took me to my favorite state, Colorado, and had my friends take me to go get my hair and nails done before we went. I was already suspicious because I knew he was doing something out of our normal routine, as he isn't the best at keeping secrets or being subtle when he's planning something. However, I was not expecting to be proposed to. He told me we were going out to dinner and to dress nicely. So I got all cute. But before we left, he said he was sorry but forgot the wine and asked me to run out and get it before we left, so we didn't need to stop on the way home after dinner. He kept calling and adding more things, I'm assuming to buy time. When I came back, the entrance to our Airbnb was covered in rose petals that were lined up in a pathway with tons of candles lighting it. It led into the living room, where music was playing and a projector facing the wall showing a compilation of videos our friends/family took of us together throughout the years. The pathway continued into the bedroom, where he placed a very cute tent-like thing, not sure how to describe it, lol, with a white blanket on the ground. There were tons of pillows, and the inside was covered in flowers with a small table in the middle with dinner and wine. He was in front of it on one knee and gave a very long speech that would be hard to write down here due to length, and then asked me to marry him. I am the happiest girl alive. Congratulations, OP, to you and your fiancé. Yes, I understand it would be tiring for people to ask the same questions over and over again. But I think slowly but surely people are becoming more educated about things like autism. And by answering those questions, as annoying as they are, you are contributing to helping people understand it better. But anyway, OP, I wish you a very happy future together, a very good life. Your fiancé sounds like a very thoughtful person and you're happy. You know, whatever people might say, and I know it can be upsetting, but you're happy and you know what the two of you have. Be patient with people and continue to educate them. Story number 2. Opie writes, he told me 3 days ago that he's been carrying on with her and is going to divorce me for her. I'm 9 weeks pregnant. He told me he'll pay whatever maintenance the court sets, and he's sorry he didn't do it before I got pregnant. One of my colleagues has arranged an appointment with a solicitor for me. I have a job as a phlebotomist, a flat, and my colleagues and family are lovely. I know it will be okay, even if it doesn't feel like it right now, though I am still in shock. And here's OP's update 2 months later. Our flat was leasehold, so I couldn't just change the locks or bar my husband from the flat because it was in both our names. However, he agreed to relinquish and the landlord agreed to keep me on as attendant with a new agreement solely in my name. I'm employed, so there was no issue with me affording the flat on my own. I did have questions about why I wanted to stay in the place I used to live with my husband. The flat is in a safe area and near my job and my family. And with being pregnant on top of that, the last thing on my mind is finding another flat. Since I'm employed and earn roughly the same as my husband, spousal support would not have been ordered. We have divided up and closed our bank accounts, and my husband has collected his things from our flat. Our solicitors helped us in settling things and making it legally binding. My husband agreed in writing that he will pay whatever child maintenance he is ordered to, and that he does not want custody or to be a part of our child's life, and all sole decision-making will be left to me. My solicitor says he could change his mind in the future, but his written statements and lack of interest will work against him, especially since he also has a solicitor to advise him. I asked about removing his rights as a father, but unless he does something such as abuse, or I find another partner to step in, the legal system will not just remove them. Also, removing them would affect my ability to collect maintenance from him. The woman he was carrying on with is also married, but they have no children. It's my understanding that as soon as the divorces are final, the two of them plan to settle in Spain, where my husband's father retired to. That's what my solicitor said anyways. Everything is legally settled. So I'm just waiting for the divorce to become final, because that takes time. Tomorrow I will be 17 weeks pregnant. Both the baby and I are healthy. And my family, my friends, and my colleagues have been lovely and supportive. I also appreciate the many lovely comments and messages I received here. Oh, Opie, I'm so sorry that happened to you, that you're still going through this. Your soon-to-be ex-husband obviously wants to start with a clean slate, a new woman, a new country, but it doesn't change the fact that he's fathered a child that will be born soon. So he can pretend all he wants, but soon there's going to be a child out there that has his DNA. But Opie, I'm glad you have a good job, that you have your family and your friends and your colleagues all supporting you. And as you said in your first post, everything will be okay. Everything will work out in the end, even though it's very hard right now. But you definitely have the support system in place, and I know you will be okay, Opie. I wish you the very best for your new life, and your new life is about to start with your child. Well, that's it for this installment. Thank you for listening and for allowing me to entertain you. If you did like this, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, leave a comment, and I look forward to seeing you again. Be good to yourself.